but the defenses get better.
Yes.
So you start cutting more and more units that you don't need anymore. So the timing usually hits brutally, and then it takes a while for someone to come up with a really efficient defense, and you just get less and less, to the point that HuShang here on the right-hand side decided he could try and stop 30 Lings with a Sentry and a Zealot.
Well, and a partial wall off.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
partial.
That is totally a thing.
Yeah.
That exists.
And here we have HuShang in the top right. He's making his first pylon. He is none other than our blue Protoss. And he's done very well. He did drop a game against a diamond player, but I think you could see he was being a little bit unsafe.
Yeah.
And back in the top left, we've got our orange Terran player. Finally, some Terran in here. None other than SenDoh, representing, I think, a player who actually has a real chance of making an even skilled game against HuShang.
We do have two GM players actually hitting each other here now. I guess SenDoh, like I said, not GM this season, but he has been. He was last season, I believe, and absolutely. I think he's of that range.
Definitely. Now, this map, it has 4 spawn positions, and so you've got to, even though the bases are actually fairly close, and in this case they are extremely close, they're not cross position, but the scouting pattern here from our Protoss player was not the correct one. It'll be the last place that he scouts before he finds it. In fact, both players scouting in the wrong direction, so no early information from both players. Nothing too crazy coming out of our Terran. We got a supply depot and a barracks, and not even a gas yet. 2 early gases from our Protoss player. What does that suggest to you, Endersword?
Definitely suggests some sort of kind of early tech. We'll see how he does. I mean, obviously, some sort of early tech, but a quick decision that usually is going to follow his Cybercore pretty quickly. We'll see whether he fully saturates those or just goes again for the 2 probes per, and that can kind of be telling. And he is actually, well, fully saturated 1, 2 on the other, and there comes the 3rd. So this could be a lot more tech-heavy path. Suggests that obviously a lot more gas is going to be used.
Will the probe get into scout? A little bit of micro, but it looks like it snuck through. Around. And he's going to see the command center under construction. He's going to see that there's no gas. He's going to see, I mean, it's only 1 barracks. He can't be hiding too many more with the command center at that position. He's going to die here on these rocks. And again, this is the rocks that are blocking what would be your safe natural base. There is sort of a third that's the real natural, a little bit outside. Looks like both players getting a very good scout on this SCV. Going to see the 2 gases, and of course, this is the type of player who is going to click on those geysers and see how much gas has been gassed. The gas has been gassed. The gas has been processed. I mean, mined is the term, but is it really? A little bit of harass to try to get the workers. Actually, that was not. But anyways,
he just took a mineral and he's gonna skedaddle. Yeah. But we do get the Twilight Council going down there, and yeah, that's kind of indicative of a slightly higher gas play. I'll get the Stalker out to poke that away and hide whether or not this is going to be, say, a DT follow-up, or whether he's just going into Blink. No research actually started there quite yet, and there comes the Blink. I was joking all along that Delta Quadrant would be the Blink map. Yeah. This is actually the map, if people remember way back, where you could place a proxy pylon outside their base and warp into their rock garden natural.
Yes. In fact, if the observer could just go up just a little bit. Yes, right there you can see how close that those positions are. And you could warp in, you could blink in, you could just be a total dick.
You
I
could
think is the
whatever
correct
you wanted
term.
into there. And that may be what he's looking to do a little later on, particularly with the back ledge as kind of like an escape route. It's very odd how many like kind of blind ledges existed in the early Wings of Liberty.
Ooh, Blink and Dark Shrine. We're going all the way. Mothership Core's coming in here. He might even get a worker.
Yeah. Wants to keep an eye on what's going on. He may even be looking to see whether there's an engineering bay or
2
anything
workers
that exists. And yeah, pretty good. We'll shove that.
Ooh, we can't afford to lose this though. And he does get it away. Yeah. That's very good. But delayed that supply depot. It's going to be a small supply box. That's a hiccup. Yeah. Pylon is in the right place. Somebody knows this map.
Yeah. Or somebody remembers 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what I had for breakfast. But.
No, and I think 4 years ago, HuShang was like 11.
That's probably why he remembers it so well. He's got so little time in between to forget.
But yeah, definitely, he looks like he will do some sort of play from back there. Now, it would be interesting here if he actually makes some blink play up front to distract for a DT coming in from behind.
And I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
Well soothed out there, Endersword. We're going to see if that happens. Now, the blink stalkers are at the front. There's a bunker here. The Marines are a little bit stationed around. We've got a couple Marauders. We've got a very strong defense against the potential of blink play. He hasn't even tried to take the expansion, and there are the DTs. He's not going to be expecting this at all.
Pull units from the
How many scans does he have? He doesn't even have a single scan ready.
No. We'll catch him a little off guard here as they go to work immediately on the army. There comes the scan. Will this one get out? Concussive shell is done, but the bunker up front goes down, and that's a really big deal in this. And now that scans won't be available, but a really good second bunker in that location means that he'll be able to follow back to a fairly safe position.
And what is the stim timing? That stim research is almost done.
Oh, and he actually stops the engineering bay from going down.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
But we do have 2 command centers worth of scans, and I don't think he has a lot of money to keep making DTs, so we're going to see how this works, but quite a bit of damage. Oh no, he's got stalkers with stim facing, Marauders with stim, slowing down these stalkers.
That would be awesome.
Oh yes, they might actually be good units then. But what do we have? We've got a fight from the top ground, and these stalkers are being blinked back nicely, but they've already lost, I think, their critical mass, and they need to get the heck out of town. Oh no. Actually, hold on, is it?
Yeah, so low on these Marauders, but they do such a good job. If the Mothership Corps comes in, he may actually be able to clean another couple of them up. At least keep his pylon alive.
Can he get that third? Oh,
yeah,
just
missing the one that just obviously warping in instead of microing or target firing, I guess, with the Mothership.
You know what?
Corps.
Yeah, if he had the APM for the little bit of the target firing on the stalkers while he was blinking, he could have easily finished off those Marauders just a little bit more. He would have come out of that fight maybe 1 or 2 stalkers ahead. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but it would have been a huge difference.
Definitely, and he is expanding here behind this, and there's actually quite a bit of a worker lead here for our Protoss player. HuShang at 27 probes at this point to only 17 SCVs, had him down to 14 or 15 at one point after that initial DT. Even just the first few whacks of the DTs, taking out like 5 or 6 of them in a total of 9 worker kills have been done once you count the 2 that the Mothership Corps got, the one that was building the engineering bay, the initial scout, and all of a sudden you do have that bit of a deficit. And
let's point out the supply. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the supply count is 44 to 46. We are almost dead even. Now we've got a little bit, I want to say a tech advantage, but maybe that's not quite the right way to say it, but both players have fully developed a tech tree. Terran hasn't tried to take his natural, but both players have an expansion. Oh my goodness,
cute.
Is that...
This is totally cute, way back here. He's keeping an eye on what's going on. He wants to be in position to attack this if an expansion goes in that location. But at this point, like, this command center's been done for forever.
Yes.
And he hasn't been able to really move it to any one position. He couldn't take it outside because the blink stalkers were there, kind of with a bit of a soft contain, and he will actually destroy these rocks. But as soon as it's down in position and he's aware of it, he's got blink stalkers on the high ground to poke.
This is going to be actually really interesting because medevacs are the answer to this, but these blink stalkers are already in position. They are going to get some worker kills. He's waiting for the right moment to make this happen. Yep. And the army's out of position.
As soon as he sees this army come out, you may see him pop in the back there.
And with the right number of stalkers, you can micro, you can pick off the medevacs if he's not careful, so he loses the high ground vision. And I mean, I think here it comes. Is this going to be the blink in, or is he going to run? Oh, he's going to go home.
But he actually needs 2 blinks to get down from the ledge completely. Can't come all the way home. And while they are even worker supply, does he have the photon overcharge? Does, but a couple medevacs out there, not great position for the stalkers in front, but pretty good little one force field there, but may just power through him on this. HuShang, does call GG.
GG. A very solid defense.